Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that rule well. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kwadash Paya, and as you see here, or also been hearing about the conflict between the tariffs that Trump spoke about, towards Canada, Mexico, and China, which is like major production states that America, does trade and exports with, right? It says Trump's tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China are in effect. All the products Americans can expect to pay more for, right? And this is just going into even like what Obadiah said, as a matter of fact, let's get that real quick before we continue on. All right, because this is showing conflicted behavior. Forgive me. Here it is. Obadiah chapter 1, verse number 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in them. So going into, like the saying goes, oh, we're going to break bread. They breaking bread. But now, with the tariffs, you got retaliations, And do you see these elites, they have a double tongue, when it comes down to their agenda of things. And, it's with retaliations by your own allies just shows that, things get worse. They're going to go elsewhere. Anyway, so it says the new duties went into effect on Tuesday, right? The three countries accounted for 40% of the nation's imported products last year. 40%, that's a big deal. Here's what shoppers can expect by country, and this is the production from Canada, right? Agriculture, wheat, barley, oats, beef, pork, and poultry, which you shouldn't eat pork anyway. Cheese, milk and butter, dairy products, right? Imports of fruits and vegetables, out of season products, vehicles, right? Like cars, trucks, engines, transmissions, tires, which all these things are shipped to, to these factories, which is delivered from the trucks down to the local areas where people walk and buy, these products at. So this is definitely gonna affect the storehouses. It's gonna affect the marketplaces, and it's going to affect people's pockets, right? Because the economy is gonna go up, until it's like a bubble. It's gonna get bigger, bigger, bigger until it pops. Because this is not gonna help the 36, I think, $1 trillion that America, which is Babylon the Great, is in debt in, as the scriptures refer to them, laid in thick clay, right? Mexico, which is their, including their products, like vegetables, beer, distilled spirits, avocados, electrical machinery, and equipments, mineral fuels, oils, you know. And you gotta think, these are major products. China, you know, like electronics, right? Cell phones, laptops, TVs, game consoles, right? Home appliance, footwear, toys, sporting goods, which majority, you gotta think, the majority of the products that's in America comes from overseas, comes from other countries, you know? So it's gonna rely on Americans to buy like American products or whatever. Hey man, let's get I want to get another precept real quick, because, you know, with people being laid off on top of all this will show that, you know, even businesses gonna shut down, right? Because they won't be able to afford to buy or sell certain things, you know, or they just might be low on certain things, you know. And then, you know, people could barely make ends meet now in days, right? Because everything is going up. But anyway, I want to get the scripture I quoted. I spelled it wrong. I know it's the second Esdras, the 6th chapter, around about the 22nd verse. So it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, right? The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and you see it's saying suddenly, you know, because it's going to be all sudden to people that's not paying attention of, you know, of these things going on, which is prophecy, which can lead, you know, to people running down in stores, looting. I mean, we'll see where you know, that fluctuates, but as of right now, we're seeing the economy collapsing from the inside out. All right? Trump firing people from the IRS. They trying to make us look, man. They're going to intentionally, you know, raise prices, continue on their spending bills to destroy this economy, to usher in what? That new digital currency. You see? And verse 23, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. So we're blowing the trumpet now as watchmen. We're watching for these things, so we blow the trumpet to warn the people, because the Lord spoke about famines, plagues, pestilences, you know, people invading one another because of the lack of goods, for the lack of bread. You see? And we've seen these occurrences, you know, or read about it throughout history. Rome, Egypt, Greece, you know. And then on top of that, I almost forgot. On top of that, you see here, after Trump confirmed tariffs, the Doge Ford has instructed to cut off Minnesota, New York, and Michigan electricity. So Canada is threatening, you know, to shut the powers down, you know, as far as retaliation. Now, in certain cities, right, if their grid gets shut down, we all know what that's going to affect, you know, problem, reaction, solution. And that's also part of war, you know, economic war, financial war, You know? So you shut down another city, another country's city's power grid. You affecting the citizens. You're affecting their products. You're affecting their money. You're affecting their goods. You're affecting everything, which is putting their backs against the wall, you know, as well. So this is all part of war. This is war, right? This is not a nuclear war right now, you know, if you will. So you got a bunch of this stuff going on, right? You need turn off the lights. Ontario Premier Doge Ford warns U.S. they need to feel the pain as Canada considers cutting energy ports. And I believe that's where one of their major energy ports is at. In those 3 cities that we may mention. You know? I want to play this real quick.
Have now all announced their own plans on how to retaliate against Trump's tariffs. So what the hell is going on? Well, you see, yesterday Trump's promised 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico and 10% on China officially kicked in. What that means is that any goods sent from these countries to the United States will now cost companies 25% more or 10% in China's case. So for example, if a Canadian business sent a car to the US that cost $50,000, today US companies will pay a $12,500 tariff at the border. So the price of your once $50,000 car is now actually $62,500. Why would Trump purposefully make things more expensive for Americans? Well, 2 main reasons.
So anyway, with that, I'm gonna leave it at that. Lord willing, this was edifying. Straight to the point. Till next time, I'm gonna say shalom.